Hello, everyone. Welcome. It's time for your sacred pause, time for your time out, time for your inner sacred sanctuary to be rested in and activated. Shuffling the cards. So welcome. Happy to have you here with me. And happy to see that there is a pretty solid group of you who are really enjoying these. And there will be new cards, new oracles, new ponderings that we're going to have coming up very soon. So I wanted to let you all know that. Thank you also for those of you who are subscribing and liking. I really appreciate that as well. So I'm going to invite you while I do the cards just to start to dial in. Settle back inside yourself. Get that sensation of pulling your energy back into you. See if you can sense your awareness between your shoulder blades. So just sink back. Feel that sensation of sinking back into your shoulder blades, resting back and relaxing your low back, sitting back into a surface that you can really just exhale into. And then with each exhalation, you're just going to continue to drop down with that breath down towards the earth. So feel your breath releasing down into your belly, and feel on your in-breath that your breath is deepening, that you're moving from the chest breathing down into the low belly breathing. And just you'll notice the breath alone will begin to anchor you and support you, to ground you, relax you, and to bring you present into this now, into this moment. One more big breath in, exhale. And then just feel that. Allow it to be audible. That's why I do it loud, because it makes a difference in your energetics. All right, so we're going to call in Divine Source, Mother, Father, God, Goddess, the source of all that is light and love and life, all that is right and true, all that is whole and holy, all that is intrinsically you. You are all of the above. You carry that within you. Dropping down, calling in all of our guides of the highest light and love, opening up, creating the container to bring you support, guidance, synchronicities in your world, protection. Calling forth all of your highest self aspects that are available to you now, those fractals of divine light that are you in a higher expression and dimension, awaiting for your yes, awaiting for your alignment, awaiting for your heart and soul to open to receive that love and that remembrance of you. At 10:55 my time, 10:10, so we got beautiful number sequence for us. So I'm picking a card. We'll see who's coming through. What wants to be shared through the rose? And of course, light language is always our assistance. Mishkiat I alaya miasusan. Miki alaya niati kisun. All right, so we have this beautiful card, perfect for right before Valentine's Day. So if you can see it, it is the Rose of Venus. And we have nestled within the rose, sacred union, divine union, the perfection of inner union. The key words are alignment, flow, right relationship, harmony. So just feel into those. Alignment and flow. Right relationship with all things brings harmony. So as you settle back within, resting back within your shoulder blades, into the back of your body, which is actually your divine heart center. So just rest back into that sacred space within you. The Fibonacci series and the golden ratio on which it's based is a number sequence in which each number is the sum of the preceding two numbers. So I just have to say, this is magical living. We got 1055. 5 plus 5 is 10. Might not be preceding, but we have the summation that gave us the equation. So just breathe in that, and I never read the times, that when we're in alignment, life flows synchronistically and magically in harmony with all of life, particularly in its highest expressions. Right? So the Fibonacci series and the golden ratio on which it's based is a number sequence in which each number is the sum of the preceding two numbers. A rose's petals hold the golden ratio, with each new set of petals growing in the spaces of the previous set. Look at that, the beauty of nature, the perfection of nature. Perhaps this is why we feel changed by gazing into the spiral of a rose. The original rose looked very different to those we grow today. It possessed 5 petals, and interestingly, if we track the movements made by the planet Venus as she orbits the sun over a period of 8 years, we see they create a 5-fold rose pattern called the Rose of Venus. Venus was the Roman goddess of love, sex, and fertility, and her symbol was the rose. Perhaps the ancients knew more about the interconnectedness of the universe and life than we think. There is a sacred order to all things. Nature holds the codes of life, and as you're a part of nature, you do too. There is an intelligent force governing all of life. The same force that tells flowers when to bloom and the planet how to spin exists within you. Our tendency to overanalyze and overthink can get us out of alignment with nature and thus life. Our resistance to change does this too. This card is an invitation to look at anything that doesn't feel in alignment. It is a reminder to trust the tapestry of your life, your ever-changing nature, and to be dedicated to living a life that's deeply aligned. So just breathe this in for a moment. Feel into your true alignment and your relationship with different aspects in your life. Here's the inquiry of the rose. What is no longer in alignment with who you're being called to be? What is no longer in alignment with who you're being called to be? Mishkan yaniatuyat yakisiat. This question invites courage. It invites a willingness and a curiosity. And it invites in a choice to trust deeper within the flow of life, to surrender what we think we know of how life is supposed to show up for us and how and who we are meant to be in order to show up for that life. There's a magical interface here that happens. And this magical interface plays off of one another. This magical interface allows us to rebirth ourselves, to ask the questions, to make the shifts, to come into what we know on a deep heart soul level is our next level truth, our next level expression, our next level experience of who we are and our life. And then we're invited to let go, surrender all that is no longer working, and breathe into what is calling us forward. The spiritual journey and our unfolding as we remember the truth of ourselves is both beautiful and celebratory and challenging and scary. The latter precedes the first, because it is as we continue to move through these changes that we come into greater harmony with ourselves and with life, with others. Even if there are stages of disharmony as we see what is no longer in alignment. It does not mean that anything is wrong. It does not mean that we're off track. It's telling us we are actually stepping onto a new track, that we are ready, that it is time to come into your next level, true alignment, flow, right relationship, and harmony. And it will begin within us first. Answering the call, inviting in and embracing our own higher consciousness, our own higher soul presence, and then allowing that wisdom, that knowing, that intelligence, that aspect of us that is always guiding us. Miskyatushani alayanat om. So just take a deep breath in. Exhale, sink back within your being and allow revelations to come from within you. Inner vision, inner truth, to be spoken, to be felt, to be revealed. To trust in that which is greater, divine source, who is always orchestrating everything. That ultimate force of intelligence holds our very blueprint, which is what we're here to evolve into. So just feel that for a minute. As the rose unfolds, its blueprint is unfolding that which already exists. And this is the path that we too are on. Breathing in, exhaling. Opening, receiving. Remaining in this quietude and surrendering into your deeper faith and trust in your own divine soul's presence. Until next time, beauties, much love and many blessings.